Seriously? Hey you guys, so it is Friday afternoon and I am home and I'm going to say please forgive me ahead of time if you hear any bickering in the background because my two delightful children are playing a game, but they don't necessarily always see eye to eye on how the mission is supposed to go. So, you know. Hey Aunt Sandy. Hey Matt, I'll have to tell Brian. Oh my goodness. How are you guys doing? Anyway, so it's Friday and I was just checking in. I'm kind of so confused, like with the Facebook. Hi Michelle. For some people it says bring them on camera. I don't know what that means. This is new. And then for the rest of you, it's just normal. Hi Claire. Oh, Claire, someday. You and me, sister, big hugs. So get ready, because I'm going to be like doing my push-ups and getting my guns ready in order to squeeze you as tight as possible, but without hurting you. Because I guess it wouldn't be nice to hurt you, so. Hey there, George. Hi, Matt. Courtney. Oh my gosh. Hi, Courtney. All right. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Your babies are beautiful. Claire says bring it. Okay, I love that. All right, this is so hard for me because I'm like a squirrel. When I'm chatting and then I see you guys saying hello, I always want to stop and say hi. But I was just coming on to say hi and to see what everybody was doing and to kind of catch you up with some of the things that are happening. Ooh, and I have a new wine because it's Friday and after a long work, you got to have some wine, or at least I do. The kids always laugh because they say, I drink wine, I drink coffee, and I eat peanut butter. And I like hugs. I have no idea. Happy Friday, Courtney. You're welcome, Stephanie. They are just, I can't wait to get those babies, get my hands on those babies in person someday. So anyway, I just was going to check in with you guys. I have a new book coming out on Monday, and I am super, super stoked. Honor on the Cape. 1 second. I'll be right back. That was very disorganized of me, wasn't it? Anyway, so Love on the Cape, which is the first book of my Cape Van Buren series, came out in July, and the readers who have read this so far have loved it, which is an amazing thing. Hello, Carolyn from the UK. Oh my gosh, it's getting late over there, isn't it? And Bridget, that goes right back to you, sister. You're hilarious. Oh my gosh, you guys are so distracting because you're so wonderful. So, oh Claire, I'm so excited that you are excited for Honor on the Cape. I am too. So what happens, to catch everybody up, Love on the Cape came out in July, and I love this book. The characters, like, it's funny when you're writing, and I would be crying, and my husband's like, what's happening? And I'm like, it's my characters. And he's like, but you're writing them. Hi, Stacia. And thank you, Christina, about the cover. So it's just really funny because when you're writing and you really get into these characters and everything, I mean, like, you feel everything they feel. So for readers to have that same experience is like the ultimate reason that I write. I'm a big feeler, so I love if I can make everybody else feel something too. Hi, Amio. I'm so sorry to hear about your sweet baby's headaches. That's awful. That is so awful. And thank you, Kate, about the congratulations. So Honor on the Cape is coming on Monday, and because people loved Love on the Cape so much, it's just that funny fear of, all right, how do I make sure that Honor on the Cape, without having the same story, is still going to have the same emotional punch and still have that same feel that, you know, I want for Cape Van Buren. But I've had some early reviews coming in, and I'm so happy because the readers who have read Honor on the Cape so far have been loving it too and are finding it just as emotional, even though it's, you know, completely different backstories. And so it's Honor on the Cape is Blaine, and that's the best friend of Larkin, who is who is in Love on the Cape. It's so funny. So I'm talking to you guys on my phone, and I just saw a text from my little boy come up that says, it sucks. So it distracted me for a second because I was trying to figure out what was going on. But anyway, So Honor on the Cape is about Blaine's story, and she's an Irish immigrant, and she had something really hard happened, really hard and devastating happened to her when she moved to the States. So I'm really excited for the readers who've gotten to read that story so far and finding that they're loving it as well. Hello, Nita. I cannot believe that you stopped by. How are you? Oh my gosh. You guys are killing me. I love seeing all of you here. So Honor on the Cape is coming out Monday, and I hope you guys check it out. I'm really excited to hear what you think. And if you haven't read Love on the Cape yet, they don't have to be read in order, but you can certainly do so if you want to. Hey, Greg. Oh, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. And Catherine. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Right back at you, Stephanie. So that is happening Monday. And then right now I am trying a new wine from Scout and Cellar. So for those of you who don't know, Scout and Cellar is this really cool company that delivers wine to your door. And they scout out clean crafted wines from all over the world, which I just love because it's like a wine adventure, but one that won't give you headaches and doesn't add a bunch of sugars or chemicals. It's amazing to find out what is in our wine once you kind of look into it. So with Scout and Cellar, all their wine, there's over 250 chemicals that are put in the wines that we drink. And with Scout and Cellar wines, they can't have any of those chemicals. There's no added sugars. There's no preservatives. Everything is small batched. And so it's all small batched, hand picked. No large batch winemaking, which makes it very adventurous because once you get through a collection, then you're going to be moving on to something next, right? Hello, Charlene. Oh, thank you. I'm so excited too. Nita says, I haven't read the first one, but this is motivation to start the series. It is, because it's going to be really good, and you're going to like it, I think. No, you will. But there's my dear friend and reader and writer, Heather Lynn. She is hilarious because she told me that she wanted to sue me for damages in the funds to buy her tissues because it was making her ugly cry. She needed more money to buy more Kleenex. So I loved that, of course. So anyway, if there's any of you red drinkers out there, this one's called Inizi. And it's Italian. Inizi means beginnings in Italian, and it's delicious. I already poured me some, and I had it sitting out, aerating a little bit. Michelle says, oh, Kate, cheers. Oh, my goodness. I know a really dirty toast that I don't think I can share with you guys right now because there's other people around, but someday you guys will have to remind me, and I will share it to you, but you will be like scandalized. It's that kind of toast, so someday I'll share it with you guys. But let's see, I'm going to test this out, okay? Oh my goodness. I'm the worst critic ever because I feel like I love everything, and this is really, really good. So Inizi means beginnings in Italian, and it says that the makers of this wine, they had a belief that each bottle of wine begins in the vineyard. So it was started by two husband and wife teams. I thought they meant two husbands and a wife, and I was like, that would be so much work to have two husbands. Oh my goodness. I love mine. He's amazing, but like one is good for me. I don't need two of them. Don't mind me. Oh my gosh. Stephanie says, post in the comments about the wine. My 4-year-old is saying really loud. I will post. So the cool thing is, I have some friends who get migraines and everything. And one of the reasons I started drinking the Scout and Cellar wines is because for those of you who know that I had breast cancer twice, and with my oncologist, they really found it important that I be eating as clean as possible and, don't do myself a favor by eating as clean as possible so I'm not adding a bunch of crap. And since I really do like wine, not that I drink a ton of it because I don't have much of a tolerance for as tall of a person I am, but just kind of being as clean and healthy as possible. But with my friends who drink wines, who get headaches and everything, when they're drinking the Scout and Cellar wines, they don't get it. You don't have the migraines the next day. You don't have the hangovers that you can get from wines that have all the chemicals and the preservatives and everything else in it. So, and I'm not even joking around. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, come on. But I have already checked in with some of my friends who do get headaches from wine, and they're not getting them with the Scout and Cellar wine. So I'm like, yes, it's like super awesome, right? I feel really good on it, but I also don't, I can't drink very much because at one time, because I just get sick. Nita says, Brian, get your wife. You guys, he's not here yet, but if he gets in while I'm still on here, I need to bring him back on for you guys. He's such a good sport. He said he'll come back and visit, but he's just been working really hard lately, so he hasn't been able to come on. Yeah, Nita, Brian is all I need. Like, 2 would be just ridiculous. Rick Cornell says 2 husbands. That is almost as insane as 2 wives. Right? Yeah. One's good. One's perfect. I don't know. Either that or I'm just really, really lazy, but ooh, that seems like a lot of work to keep up with 2. So, 1 husband, 2 kids, and a dog. That works for me. Do you know when we moved here outside of DC, we moved here with 3 dogs? Do you know that when we moved here, Brian had to come early? Hi, Deb. How are you doing? I am so sorry for everything that you've been going through, but I'm sending you all the hugs and hoping that you are doing well. I've been thinking about you. Hello, Mary Meredith. I always love when you stop in. It's hilarious. We have another Mary Meredith out there. But when Brian and I moved here, this summer will be 4 years ago now. I can't even believe that. That's crazy. Jody Anderson, can you spell the name of the wine? Yes, it's INIZI. And I'll put a link in the comments. It's really good. So I really love a dry, full-bodied wine. This one is probably medium, and it's not super dry. So for people who don't like that feel, you're not going to get that. It's very smooth. It's called 2016 High Jump Red, and it's very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. I'll put a comment in the, or a link in the comments to where you can take a look at it, for sure, because it's worth it. Oh my goodness, I'm so disjointed in my conversations. So when Brian and I moved here, Brian had to come first with work. So he works for the National Reconnaissance Office, the NRO. And then the kids and I came. So it was me and Anya and Brody, 3 dogs, and then all of our stuff in a Ford Escape. And we drove. We did it was like 3 days of driving, but what we did, oh, Mary, we do need to do copy 1. I just saw your mom. On Monday. I had my manager with me, and we popped in there, and she was just a doll as always, and I was letting her know about the book coming out. You're welcome, Jody. But anyway, we left and drove from Colorado Springs to Nebraska because Anya and Brody's little adopted Nana and Grandpa have a really cute place out on a lake out there. And so we ended up spending a week with them. So it was like 1 8-hour drive. And then when we left there, we drove from Nebraska to, oh my goodness, what college was that? We ended up staying, Notre Dame. We were over by that campus and we stayed. My kids love hotels that have pools. It does not even have to be a fancy hotel. If they have a pool, my kids are in heaven. So, but we needed one that could have the dogs. So we stayed there, but if you can imagine, it's like trying to get all the bags and everything, trying to get the 3 dogs and then the 2 kids and get them inside. And they were such a big help though. And at the time they were like 7 and 8 years old, but oh my goodness, they were a godsend. And so that was like an 8 to 9 hour drive day. Hello, Richard. Mary, you're so funny, so jealous of your mom right now. You'll have to ask her, because I told her to tell you that I said hello and was sending hugs. And then the 3rd day we finally got here, it was another 8-hour drive. But I will tell you, my husband was so relieved when we showed up in the DC area, like all in one piece, that he may have teared up a bit. I think he just is like, I had his whole life in the car with me, and he was really hoping that I would get everybody here, which of course I had driven so much my whole life, there was no problem, but it was very sweet that, you know, he was worried about us. Hello, Miss R.K. Washington. So anyway, the other things I was going to let you guys know, on top of Honor on the Cape coming out on Monday, I will be at Barbara Vay at the end of April. I am super thrilled. There is a lot that goes into planning for it, but I'm super excited. And oh my goodness, Gina Maxwell is a godsend because she's my little dipper. I'm the big dipper. And I love snuggling that woman. But she is opened her home up to me to be able to send all my stuff early on to get there. So, Nita, I can't believe we're neighbors. Oh my goodness, I need to find out where you are and come right away, Nita. I didn't realize that either. Yeah, we're going to have to change that. I will totally buy you lunch or breakfast or coffee or drinks or whatever you want, for sure. Hi, Kathy. You're so sweet. Can you believe it, Kathy? I wonder if my mom would have ever read my romance novels. You know, I always think about it. It would be funny to know. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, this is my crazy hair. Look at this stuff. It's like the 1980s called and wants their crimper back. But I didn't feel like doing it this morning because a lot of times I'll straighten it. So I just let it stay down. But you're so sweet. I appreciate it. Nita, Gina is awesome, isn't she? So she is letting me send like all my books and all the gifts and stuff for readers. So any of you who haven't been to the Barbara Vay, it's this huge, amazing weekend where we get to hang out with all the readers and everything. And then, but part of it is some just really fun, special gifts for the readers. I mean, they're coming and spending the weekend with us, and it's intimate enough to where you can really get to know each other. But it's big enough to where when readers come, they really get to meet a bunch of different authors and spend time. Yeah, Susan Higgins, I believe, is going to be the keynote speaker, and I'm going to see my Marina Adair and give her big hugs. I can't wait and spend some time with her. I'm going to hang out with Amy Ball, who is a great friend of mine that I adore. I call her a great friend. She's probably like, what? You're lucky if I, you know, I'm lucky. So call her a friend. She's super sweet when I get to see her too. And oh my goodness, so many other people. I'm like, all the names are going on in my mind right now, and I can't wait to see everybody. So yay. Anyway, so that's in April. And then RWA will be in July. And then I'm going to this 20 Books of Vegas conference in November with one of my besties, Cameron Clare. So I can't wait to do that. It's going to be super exciting. The other thing, and I'm like talking so much, but the other thing is I have just been consulting with Carrie Legend, Casey Orchard, and I am super, super excited to be revamping my website and to be able to pull all these things together and better serve all my readers with my books and some new and exciting things that are going to be coming. So I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. Actually, it would be like me in a peanut butter store. I am almost not able to contain myself, so it's going to be amazing. So you guys will have to wait and just see what's happening. So what's going on with you guys? Hello, Sierra. Hi, Heather. And Thasia. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see everybody. Well, I won't keep you guys too much longer, but if anybody has any questions or any suggestions or anything at all, let me know while we're still on here, and I can see what I can answer. Kathleen, oh Kathy, do we have a bird? No. So what you hear in the background is my children are playing. What game are you guys playing? They are playing Ark Survival Revolved, which has lots of Evolved, excuse me, which has lots of dinosaurs. And my son Brody is a paleontologist, so he and his sister are on a mission together. And one of their phones, the notification keeps going off, and it sounds like a bird singing. Hello, Theo. So they're over there, and every now and then you might hear that. They've actually been really good, because right before I signed on to the live video, they were having heated discussions about something, and I told them, I'm like, you guys can't do that when I'm on video. So they've been holding it together, which I appreciate. But I was hoping Brian would get here before I ended, but he's still not here yet. He's coming soon. Oh, you know what we're doing? We are going to watch, we're going to have our Finger Food Friday. So those of you who, a lot of you already know this, and then those of you who don't, we do Finger Food Friday every week. Every Friday. And it started a few years ago when Brian was deployed. He used to be active Air Force. And on Fridays, I just was kind of tired of cooking and I wanted to do something fun. So, hello, Amy. I just talked about you. I can't wait to see you next month. So I wanted to do something more fun, so I started doing Finger Food Friday with the kiddos, and then when Brian got home, we just kept doing it. So every Friday we do finger foods, and either here at home or sometimes we'll go get wings or we'll go get appetizers. So delicious. So not necessarily good for you. So delicious. And then tonight, I have been dying to see The Greatest Showman. So I've seen some of the YouTube videos where Hugh Jackman was singing. And Anya, what's that song called with the woman? Oh, the song This Is Me.
By Kiara Settle.
Kiara, what? Settle? By Kiara Settle?
I think so.
It is, I'm probably saying that completely wrong, so it's totally on me. But it's an amazing song, and every single time I hear it, I bawl. Apparently, that's what I do. But, and then Hugh Jackman, there was this really cool, they were trying to get the movie greenlit, and so, but he had just had surgery for skin cancer, and he wasn't supposed to, that had to do with along his nose, and he had like some, 18, 36, those two numbers are nowhere near each other, but a ton of stitches. Hi, Stacy! And, he wasn't supposed to sing, but when they got in there and they were trying to get this movie greenlit with the money people, I'm like losing my words today. Anyway, he got so caught up in the moment because he was still acting through everything, right? He got so caught up in the moment, he ended up singing, and I just loved it. And again, it just made me bawl. And I think part of it is there's just so much going on in the world right now, and I told my husband the other day, I'm like, you know, I'm 43, and I really thought that when I was in my 40s, things would kind of calm down, but I feel like we are busier than ever, and there is so much going on. So anytime that I see something that is just beautiful and heartfelt and that can really reach out and touch different people in different ways, it just hits me right in the feels, like completely. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that movie tonight. And that too is one reason why I write. I want to help people, you know, experience some joy, and if I can do that, then that's amazing. But all right, so Amy says, Lydia and I love The Greatest Showman. I can't wait. Everything I've heard about it is that it's amazing, so I'm really looking forward to it. But I have kept you guys long enough. Since nobody has any questions, then I will let you guys go. But have a wonderful weekend. Be kind to each other, and just, you know, spread the love. If you haven't read Love on the Cape yet, don't miss out. It's just a really special story. And then Honor on the Cape comes out Monday, and I think Blaine is really going to just sneak right into your hearts right behind Larkin. So you guys let me know how you are, and I will see you all very soon. But thank you for hanging out with me. I know that everybody's super busy, so for you to even stop for 30 seconds to say hello is really a special gift. So just know that that I appreciate that time, and I will see you guys all soon. Okay, all right, bye. Oh, and if you want some good wine, check it out. The Inizzi, it's delicious. All right. What is my Brody always says, bye-bye, ciao. I'll see you.